This tutorial will show the instructor how to add files to a course. You can add files that are available only in the course, or by using your private files, you can select from files that are available to all of your courses. We will also cover the drag and drop method of putting files into a course and show some of the settings that can be changed once the file is there. First, turn editing on by pushing the button at the top right. Now we will add files to this course. With editing turned on, when you hover over a week, you will see the activity chooser which says add an activity or resource. Click this and select File. You will see the controls for selecting the file to be loaded into the week. The Add button lets you navigate to a file on your computer to add to the week. This function page also has a drag and drop area. You can use to drag files from your computer's file manager or your desktop. This can be a quick method of adding one or several files if you're using a mouse, but it may be a little more cumbersome when using a laptop's finger pad. The bottom of the file settings screen has several settings that you don't normally use, but one that you may want to use is restrict access, which allows you to set the dates that the file will be shown, the from and until dates there. That can be advantageous if you want to have a file only visible for a certain period during the course. Or for the file function, you can bypass the activity chooser altogether and drag and drop files directly into any week. To briefly show this, I will open the File Manager, which is in Windows Explorer or in the case of a PC, and navigate to the folder that has the file or files I want to put on Moodle. I can select a single file or hold the Control key down and select multiple files. Then, with both the Explorer and the Moodle class window showing, I simply drag the files to the week I want. Ignore the hover box that says Move because it will just copy the files and leave the originals on your PC. Instantly the files appear in the week. If you don't want to make any changes to the settings like the file name, you're done. If you do want to make some setting changes, simply hover the mouse over the file and the controls will appear. The pencil tool will only let you edit the file's title. The wrench tool will take you to the settings screen for the file, enabling you to change all the settings, including the dates for when the file is visible to students. You can see that this drag and drop vastly simplifies the process of copying files to a week. When done, hit either one of the Save buttons or hit the Cancel button to back out of your change. Now let's take a look at the new Private Files function, which allows you to build up a set of files that you can select from any of your courses, not just the one you're in at the moment. Note that the earlier sections of this tutorial about using the file section of the activity chooser or the drag and drop to a week add files to your course files, not your private files. To see or add files to your private files, go to the My Private Files block and click the Manage My Private Files button. You will see any private files you have already added in the Files field. To add new files to your private files, click the Add button. Note that you can organize your private files into folders by using the Create Folder button. You can either navigate to the files you want or drag and drop files as I showed you earlier into the File field. Again, you can hold down the Control key to select multiple files. Any files you add to private files will appear in all of your courses, both in the My Private Files block and in the Files Activity Chooser, where you can select private files. From the File Chooser, select File and Add, and then add your name and description, and go down and click the Add button, and then you'll see on the left there's Private Files versus Upload a File, which is the local course files. So this private files are a great way to add a file and have it appear available to all of your courses. So that's how you add files to a course and change settings, and also how you can add files to your private files which are available to all of your courses. Thank you.